We are recording.
Wait, you sure out? Cause mine say okay, gone.
We recording, brother, right now.
All right, Shalom. We want to give all praises to
To
Yahawah,
Yahawah, by
Shem,
Shem,
Yahawashi,
Yahawashi, by
Hashem,
Shua,
Barakadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, brethren out there pushing His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Okay, salute and blessings to you, brothers, to you sincere Akim. You know, big blessings to you, brothers, and to the Ak and Akwaf, which are the women and the men who are going to get this truth as well and learn in the true and right doctrine and repent because we're at the end times and the kingdom is at hand, you know, and which consists of the 1/3, you know, Shalom. And we're going to do a lesson, you know, basically on the prophecy because the spirit is moving in prophecy. This is just 2018, which is still the year of prophecy. It's still further notice. So we're just going to do that, and get into the scriptures because, not a week goes by where it's still something to talk about every week. It's still some prophecy to get into every week. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures, tell us to be watchmen. Those who have eyes, we still supposed to watch them. Sit upon our tower and watch. And our modern day tower is gonna be our cell phones, our computers and tablets, and things of that nature. TV. We sit and we watch, and we gather the information, and then we bring it back out to which anybody can see it really, but to the truth, pertaining to this body, edifying the body, and helping others see, come into this truth if it's for you from the fear.
I got a quick precept for you, brother.
Because prophecy fear you, but you go ahead, Anna.
Ezra's 9:1, and he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that the very same time therein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yep. So say measure thou the time diligently. So we're measuring with our measuring stick, with our measuring cups, what time it is. You know what I'm saying? If we see in the mark of the beast, we know it's real close. If it's mandatory, if we see that these different nations finna go to war, we know that that then the microchip is close. So we're slowly measuring, when the time is gonna come. We're doing that diligently. How? By getting up and doing the work, and telling the body, telling the people that this thing is coming. So that's Ezra saying, we measuring the times diligently, man. We're the only people who's doing that on the planet Earth. That's how you could tell that we could possibly be the elect. We could be the men of the Lord that could possibly be saved because we're doing what the men of the Lord are doing. There's some more on that.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world, and then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spoke of these things from the days that was before thee, even from the beginning. Because this thing right here, it's been spoken. This thing that all the prophecies were spoken thousands of years before us, but some of them are happening right along in our faces right now. The RFID microchip. Everybody was talking about was the mark of the beast, but you see motherfuckers on YouTube buying shit with it. Three Square microchip. They most some of their employees with the chip, a chip and salsa party. So we gotta be circumspect and watch what's happening around us.
Yep.
And I got a. Want me to go to the article?
Yeah.
Okay, I got an article. It's about Iran economy. I don't know if you can see it good right here, but it's Iran economy. I will put it on the in the caption section up under the title. But Iran economy is on verge of collapse after sanction. Iran government efforts to confront the country worsened economic crisis have backfired, and things are likely to get worse after the United States reimposed sanctions on the country following its withdrawal from the 2015 nuclear deal between Tehran and the world powers. The government sought to stabilize the currency by pegging it at a set rate to the dollar, but this measure ended up speeding up the rival decline, Bloomberg said. The rival value has gone down 70% since May. So they lost 70% of their wealth since May. And the run up to August the 7th, the resumption of U.S. sanctions, President Hassan Rouhani, Rouhani stern directive from few corners of Iran to Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei argued him to deal with corruption, and the Revolutionary Guard commander told him to focus on Iran's slumping economy. A sizable chunk of parliament summoned Rouhani to Harangio. Let me just pull it up. It's harangue, and the definition of that is a lengthy and aggressive speech, a lecture at length in aggressive in a critical manner. So they want to scold him for a long, intense verbal attack, long and passionate, vehement speech. So they want to scold him for letting all this shit happen. They tripping out over there because their money's tanking.
Yeah, and I got a definition, if I may, about this sanction. Just what's the basic definition of a sanction? Sanction. It says it says a threatened penalty for disobeying a law or rule. Synonyms are the penalty, punishment, deterrent, discipline, restriction, embargo, ban, prohibition, boycott, trade sanctions. So every time you look up, that's what United States of America is doing, putting sanctions on these different nations like North Korea, China, and Iran. Basically, they're mortal enemies. You know what I'm saying? Internationally, and more specific is an embargo. It's the embargoes. It's the bannings of different trades and the restrictions of things they can trade with. Like I said, and like the first few words, it's a penalty or a punishment. So that's what America is doing. United States of America, man. The so-called white man is very vindictive. He's very he tries to get you back in any type of way. If you do anything that fucks with him at all, at any, even a little bit of ounce, he gonna try to put sanctions on you, have you lose money, or he gonna try to tear you down some type of way, and it's not gonna stop. It's until he suck you dry, or he get you out the way. You know what I'm saying?
God, this place break down. United States of America break every treaty that they make. You know, there's no right in them. They make a treaty and then they turn around and cancel it, null and void. There's a little bit more on this. See, about the stricken economy, none of them had advice on how to ease the growing sense of despair and outrage in the streets, reported Bloomberg. Over the past few weeks, there have been a 50% rise in the price of some food items, triggering scattered protests. So this uproar among the people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to get worse over there because Trump called himself a deal maker, but what? We all know what he is. He's a professional. What's that shit? He's a professional man that runs down countries, companies. He ran 6 down into the ground, and he's gonna run. He's gonna run United States of America down into the ground.
He gonna run Michigan down.
God.
God.
I got another article. What Iran's talking about doing. And this is an article by Newsweek. What happens if Iran closes the world's most important oil route? Prices rise and war likely. And we all understand that all wars are banking wars. So if Iran stopped that oil from going through that strip well, I'm gonna just read the article. Iran had threatened to block access to the world's busiest oil route in response to U.S. sanctions, designed to reduce the revolutionary Shiite Muslim power petroleum exports to zero. While there is no indication that Iran was prepared to go through with the warning,
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you said something. Through with the warning, such move will likely be catastrophic for the region and the global energy prices. So soon as oil go up, United's money is going to be worth nothing. The first batch of U.S. sanctions on Iran came in effect Monday following President Trump's withdrawal from the 2015 landmark nuclear deal between two countries. As 5 other major powers, these sanctions include restrictions on Iran manufacturing, aviation, automobile industry, but the next round in November will specifically inhibit international companies from doing business with the country oil and gas sector. So when they stop be able to put oil and gas out, they ain't going to be able to bring in no money in. Because that's where the bulk of most of their money comes from is oil and gas. Amid a political shouting match between the U.S. and Iranian government, Iran elite have influentially revolutionary guards reported to stage a large-scale military exercise in the Strait of Hormuz. That's the where they talking about shutting it down, where nearly a third of world oil supplies pass through. The highliners, you got something to say, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cause I was looking this up, man, and I'm just saying, Trump just put sanctions on Russia, North Korea, and Turkey. And I believe China, but I'm not sure. But
yeah, he put sanctions on them, and they turned around and put 16 more billion sanctions on top of the sanctions that they had on us.
So he rattling the game, but you go ahead, that's crazy.
He even put sanctions on Canada too, and Mexico. He put sanctions on everybody. To me, he talking about he's a master. He's a art of getting a deal. Well, he's the art of breaking down countries, you know,
Yeah. Con.
companies, because he done destroyed like six of them, and he still got money. These companies ain't never heard of before. The XFL, you don't never hear about none of that shit no more.
Yeah.
He was trying to get the Trump casino up in here. Man, it's even businesses took the Trump logo off of their building.
Con.
If Iran decided it had nothing to lose because of U.S. sanctions are effectively killing Iranian oil exports and prioritize and looking strong at home over all else, there would be a large short-term spike of oil price. After all, about 30% of all seaborne trade of crude goes through the Straits of Hormuz. And when they shut that down, that's 30%. That's 1/3 of all the oil that comes through there. So anytime when it's a problem with oil, the oil prices go up, and when the oil prices go up, this economy goes down. It'd be like gas at $4 a gallon. It might be 5 gallons a gallon if he do shut that thing down, because ain't no telling how high the gas will go up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go to read Habakkuk 2:1, and I will stand upon my watch and set me on the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me. And what shall I answer when I am reproved? And the Most High said to me, and he said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that read it.
Right. Read that for me again,
Which one, 2?
2, yeah.
Yeah, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that it may run that read it. For the
right.
vision.
So
Go ahead.
Right. So he said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables. We making it plain to see, that what about what who Esau got planned, making it plain to the people. We're not making it very complicated, you know. And we're saying, and it's saying verse 3, read verse 3 out.
Okay. And the Most High answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Oh, I just read that. For the vision is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry.
Yeah, man, it will not tarry. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing that. You can go to that other article. Bring that other up about Iran
about China.
No, about the missiles, if you got it.
Oh, I got it, guy. FoxNews.com. Iran test fired ballistic missiles for the first time in 2018. Officials say exclusive for the first time in more than a year. Iran test fired a ballistic missile in a brazen display of defiance months after President Trump pulled the United States out of a landmark nuclear deal, and days before his admission slapped new sanctions on the Islamic Republic. 3 U.S. officials with knowledge of these launches tell Fox News.
Yeah, Khan,
Go ahead.
Because hey, we going back to what we was reading, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the signs of the times. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no other time in history people talking about every week or every other week talking about shooting missiles and testing missiles, nuclear ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. You know what I'm saying? That can travel within 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and blow damn countries up, man. That's never been heard of. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see in Iran, and these different nations, China, North Korea. You know what happened to the Iran deal, missile deal? You see what I'm saying? Trump somehow was gonna fuck that up.
He fucked it up. He walked out of it on the 2015.
See,
God.
see, you know, and you know, it seemed like it's tearing. You know, when they just testing it out. Now they're practicing out. But it's not gonna tarry when the conflict reaches the height. It reaches the height, and people get these different. The Lord put the spirit on these leaders to get fed up and actually start getting the troops together and start getting the missiles pointed, and then all after that it's gonna be good riddance, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the vision we're waiting for. That's the appointed time that we're looking for, man. You see what I'm saying? And
God.
the people are just gonna be just fuel for the fire because we making it plain and simple to them, but they choose to dwell in the comfort zone and not take the red pill, so to speak, and get into reality.
God.
What's gonna come? So they're gonna get burnt up. You know, they might die beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But yes, missiles do exist. You know, some people say there's some people out there saying that there's missiles aren't in the Bible. Some so-called Israelites who saying missiles aren't in the Bible, but missiles are in the Bible, man, and missiles do exist on our planet Earth. You know,
God.
is it just a glitch on the TV that they're just testing these missiles out? Because you can clearly see that the missiles are getting tested. So how the fuck aren't missiles they don't exist if they're getting tested and they're showing you on camera? That don't make any sense, man. You know, but the big dogs are Iran, China, Russia, okay, Saudi Arabia, you know, um, hell, United Kingdom, shit. Every country who has the missiles are gonna shoot on who? America. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna turn around and hate the whore. You got some more, or you?
God. I got some more in the article about the
Okay,
missile that they shot. The
okay.
test of Iran fateth 110 short-range ballistic missile concluded with a large-scale naval exercise by Iran Revolutionary Guard forces late last week involving over 50 small gunboats in the Straits of Hormuz to rehearse a swarm of tactics which could one day potentially shut down the vital waterway through which 30% of the world oil passes each year. While U.S. military acknowledged the naval activity, the missile test from Iranian Revolutionary Guard base Bananar is. Let me just
Mm.
get the real saying how to say it. It's a Bandar Jask in southern Iran was not been previously reported. The launch was detected by U.S. spy satellites. According to the officials, an anti-airship Fatih 110 Mode 3 flew over 100 miles on a flight path over the Straits of Hormuz to test range in Iranian desert. It was shore to shore. One U.S. official describing the launch, who, like the others, questioned anonymity to discuss sensitive information. So you know, this thing that I ain't trying to be funny, but hey, it's a beautiful thing that the Most High made Trump president because he's doing all the right moves to make everybody fall out of love with us.
No, yeah, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. Like Apostle Tahar say, this could very well be the devil who can usher in, the destruction, who can send this place up in flames and get us up out of this wicked ass society, this wicked ass queendom, and
Huh?
be delivered and saved out of this place, man. You know what I'm saying? This
Wasn't
could
it
be
last,
the
like it
president.
wasn't last week that was it NATO said you should remember your allies because you have none last week?
Gosh, shit, I ain't know that.
God, let me
God.
see if I can find it.
Because every now people waking up that Esau is who he really is, and he's not that person who's coming to help, but he's coming to destroy now. He's always been coming to destroy, but now people just waking up. These different nations is waking up, man. That one dude from I forget what country he was in. I forgot. Duterte. I forget what country he's from, but he was calling Obama a son of a bitch and shit. He was cursing out Obama when he was in office. 2016. He was calling Obama a whore, a son of a whore, man. You know what I'm saying?
God, that's oh, Con, I just found it. Con, it was last week. United States, the Washington Post, dear America, appreciate your allies. After all, you don't have that many. EU leader warns Trump. You know,
Kind of speak on it, Doc.
huh?
Speak on it, Doc.
Okay, Con, I'm gonna keep on going in the article. Brussels European Council Donald Trump on Wednesday lobbied a verbal grenade at President Trump ahead of a crucial week of diplomacy, warning U.S. leader not to mix up his friends and his rivals as he meet with NATO leaders. Then Russian President Vladimir Putin. He searched criticism. He's searching the criticism came as Trump plans to fly to Brussels later Tuesday, vowing to punish NATO allies for their failure to live up to their defense spending commitments. Trump has been far friendlier to Putin, saying that the men have a range of issues to discuss, that he is fine. He would like to address Donald Trump directly for who for a long time now has been criticized Europe almost daily for, in his view, insufficient contributions to the common defense capabilities. Trust say after signing a a cooperation agreement between European Union and NATO, I want to dispel the American president argued, which say that the U.S. alone protects Europe against our enemies, and that the U.S. is almost alone in the struggle. He said, and man, he can say what the fuck you want to say, but you know, who goes in every country and tell them how to behave? This place,
Kind
and
of AI, cause if you read, was it back in Habakkuk? It said he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
God, I got it right here.
Uh,
Come on with it,
yeah,
because this right here, this scripture right here, made me think of Donald Trump. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul is lifted up, and is not upright in him, but
and Donald Trump is the proudest person ever, man. Donald Trump is the epitome of pride, man. You know what I'm saying? It's written all over that devil's face. Can't hide it. Go ahead, Doc.
But the just shall live by faith. And come, we be when we the so-called just the black Latinos, Native Americans, the two children of Yahawah, we be out on those church corners, street corners, talking and telling y'all what's going to happen. Y'all be walking by and shaking your heads and talking all kind of magic, but this shit gonna come.
That's right.
This truth gonna speak louder than words. You know, when it start coming and these missiles start hitting this place, y'all gonna be like, what to do now?
I got a script. I got a precept.
Yeah.
This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. You know, like you were saying, it's going to be a famine of His word. You know, because His truth is like water. We're always drinking it. We always, you know, want to get that water, which is His word, man, which is His truth. You know what I'm saying? And people not going to really be thirsty for this truth until it's too late. But then when they going to want to drink the water, which is His truth, is not going to be there, you know, because they didn't hearken when it was time to, you know. Instead, they scoffed, you know.
God, hey, they're gonna be all right because when it goes down, it's gonna be on and popping because all kind of shit gonna be happening right then and there. They ain't gonna see it. They gonna be like, we're them guys that was talking all this stuff that was about to happen. That the U.S. economy is gonna go down. That we was gonna be at war with all the other nations. You know, where are them? We gonna be sitting back chilling. You know, hey, but we're gonna get back on Trump. Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also because he transgressed by one, he is a proud man. He neither keep at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is deaf is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. But he gathered unto him all nations, and he heaped unto him all people. And the elites, they want to control all the money. They don't care about who governs everything. The whole thing is about they want to tear down the economy, and for the elites, the IMF can get a hold to the International Monetary Fund to get a hold to their markets and put that country in debt like we are in debt to them. You know, they want to control the world markets. And it's only a few countries that they don't have the world market. Iran is one of them, Russia and China and North Korea. These countries right here is not controlled by the IMF, the central bankers.
That's what they want, man. They desire everything. You know, he can't fill his belly until he get all of them in his possession, under his rulership. You know what I'm saying? He wants your soul. He wants your resources. And that's how you can tell who's playing out the role of the devil, is they doing that, man. You know? The NATO and the EU. You know what I'm saying?
If they have anything that makes some money, they want it. Hey, look at Detroit. They made the city go into bankrupt before they could get a hold to the water rights. You know, that thing that Detroit going in bankrupt, that wasn't about anything else but to get a hold to the water rights and get a hold to bailouts. They ain't care about this place going down. You know, hey, they'll be happy if this place goes down. But you know, these Edomites think they can rebuild it up, but this place is still gonna go down when the nuclear missiles hit it. It's gonna be flat like a pancake.
That's right. Okay. You can go to that We already.
I think I got one more article. And see, the moment that U.S. messes with Iran, he got to deal with Russia and China.
Yeah.
And he think Trump is his boy, but Trump don't. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about Trump like that. It's an article earlier today, and China says business. This is from Records. China says business ties with Iran no harm to any other country. So Iran said they still gonna do business with Iran.
Which is fuck you.
Okay. This was done in August the 3rd, 2018. Iran business and energy ties with Iran do no harm to the interests of any other country, the country foreign ministry said after United States President Donald Trump had companies doing business with Iran to be barred from the United States. Iran has already defended its commercial relations with Iran as open and transparent as U.S. sanctions took on Iran and took effect despite the pleas from Washington allies. In a statement released late Friday, Iran Foreign Ministry reiterated that its opposition in unilateral sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction. For a long time, China and Iran have open and transparent and normal commercial cooperation in the fields of business and trade and energy, which was reasonable, fair, and lawful, it said. So, unlike the United States that go back on their word, Iran ain't never went back on their word with China. So, China's still going to deal with them.
Because they don't see them being trustworthy. They see America just being flaky all the time, man. And being devilish, having a forked tongue.
God, every agreement they have with anybody, they broke it.
Yeah. I got a precept. This is Revelation 11 and 17. I'm gonna start at. Point is in 18. Seeing we give the thanks, O Lord God Almighty, which art and waste and are to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and great and slack and hast reign. Verse 18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth, and hell, the nations are angry. That's why they're saying, giving a big middle finger, to the United States, financially.
For you, brother.
And with the economy, so that's why they're saying, that's why he's saying the nations are angry. Nonetheless, with democracy and different viewpoints and ways of living that Esau puts on you too. The nations are mad, and Esau destroying the earth by digging it like crazy, not letting if Esau let the land rest, maybe he would have enough oil, he would have enough different resources instead of trying to steal other people's shit. But Esau is so greedy, he never can have enough, and that's gonna be to his destruction. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Okay. Revelation 6 and 4. And there went forth out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth And this is what Trump doing right now. He got all the countries mad at us right now because he putting sanctions on everybody. What else he gonna do? What can he do on top of that that he done did so far besides putting more tariffs on their money or their products? And they should kill one another, that there was given unto him a great sword. And the great sword that Donald Trump has is some thermonuclear missiles.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
You got something, bro?
No, I was just thinking about that, man, because Esau is, and that horse represent that power, man. Because
Yeah.
shit, America's behind NATO. America's just pulling on the puppet strings, or has the puppet inside of NATO. Controlling it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that and he's gonna, and he is taking peace from the earth, man, because Esau's been in war non-stop since the beginning. Esau been warring with himself. Esau and warring with the heathens, man, warring with the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Esau has been, since his birth, he's been warring, man, with everybody he comes into contact with. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he wars with literally his own self, man. So no matter what, these nations, when it's gonna come a time where these nations gonna see the shit for what it is, man. The men of the Lord, we see it for what it is, man. Thanks to Yahawashi that these different nations, they should go back to their own country, instead of being here, because all hell's gonna break loose, because all these nations do is come over here and get rich off of Jake, and use this society for what it is. It's just a big ass business, a big ass corporation. This ain't the great golden days of America no more, man. Like the 30s and 40s and 50s and shit like that.
God.
You know.
They think Trump gonna make the world great again. He ain't gonna make the world great. He gonna make this place ready for destruction.
He gonna make it great for destruction, huh?
God.
That's all I got. You got some more? If you got some more,
I got on them. China. This does not violate UN nations and Security Council resolution or China promised international obligations, nor does any harm interest to any other country. It should be respected and protected, the minister added. So no matter what that y'all gonna do, China still is gonna do what they do. And China's Iran top oil customer. China, Iran top oil customer, buys roughly 650,000 barrels a day of crude oil from Tehran. So, they buy 650 barrels of oil a day from Iran. So they say they still gonna be buying oil. And a while back, what was it? Iran agreed that they would use China money as currency to buy oil.
Yeah, kind.
The United States want to stop all that, because if they ain't using a dollar, then United States don't make no money off of that currency, transfer from one hand to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember last year there was a tanker that came here and it did not even dock. Once they found out they wanted to pay them in U.S. money, that tanker just went right back where they came from. These motherfuckers.
Eventually, the money the U.S. dollar is going to be obsolete soon enough, because it's just a big old bubble, and it's backed by nothing. That's why these different nations want to go to other nations where you can do more with their currency, because you only can do so much with the American dollar. You see what I'm saying? And the worth of it is going to go. The worth of the money it's just gonna go. It's gonna be devalued and devalued and devalued, until it's gonna be no more, because they did away with the gold standard, So Esau fucked up then, so he just got this RFID, not RFID, this a Federal Reserve note. You know what I'm saying? These Federal Reserves, man, FRN notes. That's all Esau got right now. That's his last leg. But soon enough, everything's gonna crash, and this Esau is gonna be left to resorting to violence and war. That's why I tell you in Joel, these nations are getting ready for war, man.
I got that precept. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare for war, wake up the mighty men.
You there right now?
And let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and let your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourself, and come ye all heathens, and gather yourselves together round about. Hither I will cause my mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And when the Most High mighty ones come down, that's the angels. But this place is about to go down. It's about to be a nice little war coming on right now, and this war is going to happen real soon, because the scriptures talk about it back in the 11th chapter about World War I and World War II.
Right. That's true.
11 and 14. And the second world has passed, and behold, the third world come quickly. So World War II already went past, and this
World War I
coming up.
World War I and World War II already went past.
Yeah. But the scripture just says second world. So I'm talking World War II already went, and this third world war is revving up. And the weak are saying they are strong. Why do you think Iran is shooting missiles right now? To show they got the same technology too.
But they can't do that. Only America can do that. Only America can do that.
I just can't wait for this place to go down. For the destruction of these Edomites, man. This place gotta go. What was that? They had a pussy temple made up.
I don't know.
This place gotta go down, man. This place can't continue anymore. It just can't.
Got any more out?
No, that's about it. Unless you got that scripture that those that are allied with you have deceived thee.
What's that?
And put worms up under thee. Let me see if I find that because oh shit, my phone went off. Motherfucker. It's like my phone went off. I was trying to find it real quick.
Oh,
it's the scripture. Those of our allies have deceived thee and laid worms up under thee.
Let me see.
You know what scripture I'm talking about, don't you?
Is it in Obadiah?
I think so. Kind it is.
Let me see. Obadiah. Slovakia. Um, Let me see.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. Those are confederate with thee. That's it.
Oh, verse 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
Obadiah
Yeah.
1:7. And all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And they eat the bread and have laid wound under thee. And there should be no understanding in him. And clearly, there's no understanding in Trump. You know, I used to think that George W. Bush II was stupid, but you know, Trump just showed me a whole nother level of stupid. You know,
God.
I used to think that George W. Bush II was dumb as fuck. Because the shit that was coming out of his mouth. But this motherfucker have shit come out of his mouth and he tweets stupid shit. They told him since he was in the election, stop tweeting. And this motherfucker
Delete your account.
Huh?
Delete your account. Delete your account.
That motherfucker ain't gonna delete shit because he gotta keep tweeting. He be like this. This motherfucker, man, he just won't shut his mouth up, and try to understand what's about to happen. But I just can't wait.
He gonna be a low level devil, man. He gonna be low in this in the kingdom. He gonna be in hardcore slavery, man. We gonna be tweeting about his ass in the kingdom. We gonna make announcements about his ass in the kingdom, man. Because he gonna be, Lord willing, we praying that this nigga, this dude, Donald Trump can send us, one step closer to the kingdom, man, out of this place, and having Yahawashi come back. I don't want Ratazah, because we tired of it.
We ready for Trump to hurry up. Just go ahead and start doing that shit, man. Just go ahead. Go ahead and put the chip out. What you waiting on? Go ahead and start doing that shit, man. You already fucked up the economy. The dollar's worth less than before when Obama was in it. And he inherited a fucked up economy then when was it George W. gave him the keys. And hey, I just can't wait to see what stupid shit he do next. Because that's what I'll be looking for. When I look at the news, I just want to see what stupid shit he do next. Because he's I ain't trying to be funny. He's a comic. He keeping comics live, making money. Because the stupid shit that he do. Should no comic ever get fired while Donald Trump president? You want to close it up, brother?
Yeah, it's kind of. Hey, death to we want to say death to America, death to Donald Trump, man, death to this whole society. And with that, we say all praises to Yahawah,
Yahawah, by Shem,
Yahawashi,
by Shem Kadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule very, very well. Shalom to you, hopefully, elect brethren out there pushing his word. Stay doing his work, true sincerity, stay grounded, and stay prayed up. Until next time, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom and a ball.
Ball.